Oh, what radicalized you? First of all, a person's a person no matter how small. So, clock that.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Monday. Most of us had to go back to work today, so what is the best way to end off your first work day of the week? Some liberal insanity just before bedtime. Let's get into it, guys.
I find the idea of like the male loneliness epidemic quite hilarious. Like, it's not an epidemic. You're not dying. There's not doctors around the world diagnosing this. You don't need the World Health Organization to figure out why you're single, dude. Like, it's just, you probably don't treat women well or anyone well. You are most likely not that fun to be around. And you probably don't morally align with the women that you're going after. You also probably don't realize that you just really aren't the greatest person of all time, right? You probably watched a bunch of Andrew Tate and you've got this alpha male mentality. No one rocks with it. But I love that they call it an epidemic. Like, it's like scorching the world. Like, people are dying from this loneliness. Like, bro, go to therapy, relax a little bit, you know, take a sip of water, eat some food, and chill. You'll be okay.
Just had a guy crash out on me because I told him that since he's a Trump supporter, I'm not hooking up with someone who supports actively taking away my rights. And he replied with, "Is this real life?" Yeah, yes it is. And we, as women and everyone else on the planet who are minorities and basically not a straight cis white man, have that same question every single day. Okay, yes, it is real life. Bye, boo.
I think I say this every year, but I'm going to say it as many times as I need to. The white people here in Louisiana, yes, they can cook better than the rest of the white people. And yes, they can dance better than the rest of the white people. They're still racist.
This is happening in Pittsburgh, just over in Ambridge. This happened last night.
Nazis!
Bro, are we living in a police state now?
Did you see him? He did the sick heel.
It is that close to home. Just stay vigilant.
77 million Trump voters are all in a battle to see who can be the shittiest human on the planet. Fuck ICE and fuck old yam tits.
Somebody said if it wasn't for gun violence, I would believe America doesn't have schools.
First American Eagle, now Dunkin, things come in threes. We know there's another one coming. But here's my 2 cents on it for anyone who's saying it's not that deep and don't look that far into it and it's not that big deal and septum ring theory. And here's the thing. These are major corporations. They have marketing teams. They have PR teams. They have social media teams. They have people who their entire job is to research. There are research and development sections of these businesses. Their entire jobs to do these things and scout out and do test groups and all that to see how these things are going to play. This is not like 1 or 2 people made an ad and it somehow slipped through the cracks and got okayed. There are hundreds of people with their hands in these pots. And not one of them said, maybe not. No, these things were approved. These things are sent through channels and approved and then fed to us. It is that deep. It is that deep.
Okay, it's funny how you guys can literally pick apart the American Eagle ad, the Dunkin' Donuts ad, and you guys are really wanting to, attach eugenics to it. When it comes to commercials, TV, advertisement, there's a lot of psychology, a lot of psychological thought that's put in behind it. Would you guys believe even when it came to Nintendo, you ever notice like Mario, just how addictive the music is, just how perfect the little tune is, even when it was on an 8-bit system? The rumor is they actually had a team of scientists get together to help develop these jingles for those games. I won't stray off and get into that, but look it up. It's actually quite interesting. So the same concept goes on both sides of the street. This is what you liberals gotta realize here. It's not just like, hey, all this psychological efforts put in just like when it comes to an ad with a white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes and talking about her good genes. No, this has been going on for a while. What do you think the message was behind it when it came to, I'm going to use him as an example again, Dylan Mulvaney, putting him in a beer commercial? Now, I know you guys want to say, okay, well, look, when it comes to American Eagle, what's that doing? It's making younger girls think they have to look like her. Okay, so what's it doing when you're putting Dylan Mulvaney in a beer commercial? It's either two messages. You're either telling men they should be like Dylan Mulvaney. I don't really think that's the message. Or you're telling men that trans women are women too, which I'm sorry, that's not a reality or a truth. Or the Calvin Klein underwear commercial with the heavyset woman. What's the messaging behind that? Or how about when a trans woman enters a beauty pageant and actually beats true, beautiful, biologically born women? What's the messaging behind that? There's many more examples that you can point out, but what was the messaging behind all of it? That they wanted to make woke the new normal. That they want backwards to mean forwards. They want left to mean right. They want up to mean down. They were taking society and literally flipping them upside down and trying to tell you, no, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is how it's always been. This is completely normal. Once again, united we stand, divided we fall. It's a true, true saying, and it's something that people should remind themselves of every single day. It's one of those situations. I'm not going to get too deep into this because on this platform here, these are, this is the type of situation I'd like to get really deep into because it really goes down a rabbit hole. But it's one of those situations that once you start to see something, you can never unsee it. There is so much subliminal messaging behind so many different things. And it's really funny that you liberals just can't seem to see it unless it's something that pisses you off. Once again, it's very average, I'm being very nice, very average individuals that want to keep jumping in front of cameras and bitching and whining and moaning about Sydney Sweeney and American Eagle. Now it's going to be Baskin Robbins as well. Sydney Sweeney's not allowed to eat ice cream. I'm sure that's going to make her a Nazi there as well. It's really funny how you guys want to start getting all psychological about the messaging behind these ads here, but yet you can't see anything else around you. You cannot see any of these other patterns. You cannot see any of these other conditioning and control tactics. Does it not make sense to you guys out there how you all claim to be so highly educated? And it's not that I don't believe you. I do believe that you've went high up in your education. I do believe that many of you are much more educated than I am. But does it not make sense to you that you're so highly educated, yet you just don't seem to have true, actual critical thinking? You truly cannot identify things? You're kind of dumb, very gullible, very easy to program, very easy to propagandize with all that education. So is it truly education or was it programming and indoctrination? There's no way, I can't believe anybody that would tell me this, that before Trump was in office, let's jump back to, let's say last October. There's no way that anybody that was living in last October of 2024 can look around left and right, go outside and look out their door and say, this is normal, life is normal. It was far from normal. That was being forced down our throats. We were being told that's normal. They were trying to program us and condition us that that was normal. Again, for example, travel back in time in your mind to the year 2009 and then project forward to what 2024 was gonna look like. And you would have said, no way, that's all crazy. There's no way that a man's gonna be allowed to go into a woman's bathroom. There's no way that we're gonna allow men to play in women's sports. There's no way that we're gonna have a beer commercial of a man who thinks he's a woman playing in bubbles to promote beer to men. This is the type of conversation I can get into deep, and I can go on and on and on. But unfortunately here, I really can't. So in closing words, liberals, I will plead with you guys every now and then, but even if I only reach one of you, it's all worth it. Open your eyes. It's time to wake up. Detox the woke out of you. It can be detoxed out. And welcome the return of normalcy.
If you see this post, can you like, comment, share? I gained a violation last night while I was on live because I was saying Republicans like to protect PDF files. Guess what the violation was for? Misinformation. Misinformation. I appealed it. They denied it almost instantly. Same fucking minute. Denied. I didn't fucking lie. Love. It's so crazy because the misinformation y'all do allow on this app all comes from right-wing content creators. So when y'all say that Meta bought this app, I don't believe that. Donald Trump bought it. Donald Trump bought this app. Absolutely. So if you see this post, can you like, comment, share? Because also all my videos only go out to Trumpies now. Literally only Trumpies see my videos. please help me fix my For You page?
This message is for the alien mothership that's supposed to get to us in November. If you're not a member of the crew of the alien mothership, or then driving the alien mothership, or somehow in contact with the alien mothership, continue to scroll. Okay. Hurry up. Hurry up. I don't know how much longer we can hold on. Hurry up. We're ready to go. We are ready. You're welcome to the barbecue. Just get us out of here. Thanks.
Bitch, I'll never be friends with a bitch that voted for Donald Trump. You're a fucking loser. The biggest loser I motherfucking know. You're an idiot, you're stupid, you're not smart, you're uneducated, and bitch, I would never be around you because you're probably funky too.
The Trump administration has announced that if we speak out against ICE or against Israel, that we will be put on a government watch list. So as the co-owner of Mayhem Marketplace, please allow me to give our formal stance on this. Fuck ICE and free Palestine. Thank you.
What's crazy is, to me personally, there is nowhere that feels more ominous than walking into either a room or a town full of only white people. That's it. Just white people. Why? Why? No. No, red flag. Big red flag. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? There's nothing that you guys have that I want. I can promise you that. I don't want whatever y'all are selling or doing. Keep it over there. I don't want it because nothing good. What good has ever come of that? And that's me as a white woman. I know. Look. No. Bad. Don't.
I have been waiting for this one. Thank you for walking right the fuck in and handing it to me. We don't give a fuck what men find attractive. We don't give a shit. In fact, you could go so far as to say, we're trying to turn you off. Do you get it yet? We don't give a shit what you find attractive, ever. Not one motherfucking fuck. Because you all have treated us like this for way too fucking long. And we're done with you. So, thank you for handing me the comment that I needed to address this fucking issue. Not a single fuck. Not a single fuck what men like. All I want is for them to fucking stay away from me. So if this helps, I'll do it twice.
Okay, I'm not sure what comment was thrown at her because it's so zoomed in, I can't actually see the comment that's on the screen, but I'm pretty sure it's fair to say that we're dealing with yet another feminist here. So to all you feminists out there that don't want to have anything to do with men, you don't have to worry. That's what you guys don't get. Men are not attracted to feminists unless it's a man who has been neutered. A liberal man. So what I don't get is when majority of you feminists out there put out these videos and actually speak about conservative men. Now, she did not mention conservative men in here, but I'm sure we're just in that mix. But when you guys actually speak about conservative men, I don't understand why you do. There's no way on earth. You guys can sit there and put together other videos claiming that you have conservative men all up in your DMs that are trying to get with you behind their wife's back. This is not true. And if it were true, I can confidently say the men that are in your DMs are not real men. They're self-neutered. So just as you feminists are sitting there on the rooftop screaming it to the world that you want nothing to do with men, you don't really have to worry. A real man does not want you anyways. I find it really funny how you feminists will sit out there and talk about misogyny and just how terrible and disgusting men are. They're misogynistic pigs. Don't you guys see what a feminist has become? It's no longer about equal rights. You guys have turned into female misogynists. You're just as bad as a misogynistic man. If not, you guys are actually worse. Now, this is speaking to the liberal men out there. I know that we make fun of you guys quite a bit, but let's be honest here, to the liberal men. Have you guys ever considered jumping out of that pond that you're in and actually attempting to establish a relationship with a conservative woman? You see, the truth is a conservative woman is so much healthier for you. Even when you have a conservative woman who's got feminist traits, they don't act like a liberal one does. It's completely different. They don't try and stress how much better they are than you. They don't try and actually neuter you and turn you into a lapdog. A good conservative woman will actually help you turn back into the man you were supposed to be. Now, just as the feminists say that, conservative men have this little fantasy about getting together with a liberal woman, I'm pretty sure it's the same for you guys too. I'm sure it's crossed the back of your guys' mind. But one thing I can promise you, if you give it a try, the grass is truly greener on the other side in this situation.
What about me screams I like conservative men? I don't think I'm giving it at all, but for some goddamn reason, conservative men look at me and go, that's my future wife. That's bae right there. Bitch, I fucking read. Okay? Y'all don't like bitches that read. You see these Legos up here I'm building? I have fucking hobbies. Y'all don't like bitches with hobbies. I collect vintage Playboy lore. Y'all don't like sexually liberated women. I have baby bangs, and I don't shave puss. What do you want from me? I have tampers sitting in the back right behind my fucking head just to let you know I don't even take men that goddamn seriously. I pay a man to make my meals for me. I do not cook. And if we were to start dating, I expect you to cook for me because I probably make way more money than you, so guess what you need to help out around here doing?
And I'm going to bed single tonight. I'm going to bed single tomorrow. But what I will not be is fucking stressed out by another fucking useless ass motherfucking bastard that someone raised poorly that doesn't want to respect me. Okay? So good night and don't let the bed bugs fucking bite.
So I just went to the grocery store and the can of coffee that was $15 or $16 a year ago is now $20. So I'm confused because the president told me over and over again that I wouldn't be the one paying the tariff, that Colombia would be the one paying the tariff. So my question is, did he lie about that, or is he legitimately just so stupid that he doesn't actually know what a tariff is?
Yeah, so anyone living in the DC area, y'all need to start being aware, start getting ready now, because it sounds like Trump is about to be on some fuck shit tomorrow. Talking about saying that they're going to be rounding up homeless people, and he's saying that no more Mr. Nice Guy. Like, this might be Trump trying to start his authoritarian takeover militarily, starting in D.C. So people in D.C., get ready to start fighting, get ready to fight back, because it sounds like Trump's about to be on some real fuck shit tomorrow.
I want everybody that was talking about that fucking Sydney Sweeney commercial, I want that same energy right now. The President of the United States just said that Hispanic people are naturally born to do farm work and that their backs don't break, because if their backs break, they die. That's eugenics, man. That's eugenics. And, listen, the dog whistle of the commercial is concerning because of things like this. It opens the door to shit like this, man. That's an insane thing for anybody to say, let alone a person who is in charge of legislation. Where the fuck are we?
It's not time to get even with the Republican Party. It's time to crush the Republican Party. Governor Kathy Hochul of New York said it best when she said, we're at war, and we are at war with the Republican Party, who is trying to steal the rights from voters by making elections unfair, by rigging electoral maps, by stealing congressional districts from Democrats to keep a majority in the House of Representatives and to keep a dictator in power. It's not just Texas rigging the maps. It's also states like Ohio and Georgia. But there's governors in the United States who are fighting back, like Kathy Hochul of New York, like Governor Gavin Newsom of California, like Governor Westmore of Maryland, like Governor J.B. Pritzker of Illinois, like Governor Jared Polis of Colorado, like Governor Phil Murphy of New Jersey. They're not just sitting back, they're fighting back. This is war.
Okay, you poor Democrats, man, you poor guys. It's kind of sad sometimes when I watch videos, because this guy in his eyes, he's being very sincere. He's not one of those people that are trying to gaslight. He's not one of those people that are trying to pass along bullshit information. He truly believes what's going on. He truly does believe in his heart and in his mind that Republicans are trying to steal seats. And then he starts pointing out, like Kathy Hochul, Gavin Newsom, Pritzker, he's pointing out all these crooked, woke governors as if they're good people that are trying to fight back. No, No, this is what you guys need to understand here. They're not trying to do a good thing. What they're trying to do is not let the Republicans unweave a web of deception and corruption that they've built. I did not know much about gerrymandering until just last week, the week before, when it all started coming out. And then I started seeing some of these congressional maps and I was like, holy shit, how do half of these make sense? Honestly speaking, how can it be, I think they used Illinois as an example. How can it be, I think there's 17 congressional seats out there. Trump got 38% or something like that of the votes out there. How is it possible that Republicans only have 3 out of 17 seats then? You're gonna try and tell me that gerrymandering wasn't rigged? Take a look at the gerrymandering that's already been done in Texas. How is it possible, I think it was between Houston and it just didn't really make sense on the map. How is it possible that in a state like Texas that the Democrats have that one big long section, very convenient section? It truly doesn't make sense. So I'm sorry to you liberals out there that truly are fooled by this and think that the Republicans are trying to do something wrong. No, what they're trying to do in Texas is make it fair. They're not trying to steal seats. They're trying to balance it back out the way that it should be. The Democrats, when they've had control in certain states, they gerrymander that really, really favors them when they redraw congressional lines. I mean, it's too easy to do. If they're already a majority in the state that they're trying to gerrymander, it's too easy for them to further the gerrymandering of that state. And this is what they've been doing for a while now. So when Trump is talking about redoing the census, that has to be done. There's absolutely no way. And even as liberals, Democrats, how can you guys actually even defend this? If somebody's not a legal citizen of your country, why are they counted in the census? That really makes no sense at all. If illegal immigrants can actually count in your census when it comes to how many seats that you can get in the House after, that's the same thing like saying, okay, I want to count my cat and dog then. That really doesn't make any sense at all, does it? Why should my dog count? Why does an illegal immigrant count when it comes to the census? So the census being redone now and not waiting 10 years, yeah, that's got to be done. Federal voter ID in every single state, codified into law. This must be done. Again, this is something that you guys should not complain about. This is what makes a free and fair election. If you guys have a problem with that, and if you want to have no voter ID, why not? That's not a little fishy. I mean, I'll point it out again that the only states Kamala Harris actually won are the ones that did not require voter ID. And you guys want to question the 2024 election. You guys claim to have pattern recognition, but you're not putting that pattern together. Every single state that does require voter ID, making it more difficult to actually try and rig an election, Trump won. You guys can't see that pattern? You still think that you're the majority? You see, you guys don't really seem to get it. You guys are thinking, well, Trump is trying to cheat for the midterms in 2026. No, he doesn't have to cheat. You guys really don't seem to get it. The Democrat Party favorability is dropping. It's tanking. People don't want what they're selling. People have had enough with DEI. People have had enough with woke. People have had enough with illegal immigration. People have had enough with sanctuary cities. People have had enough of soft on crime. People are fed up. You guys have zero chance of gaining any other seats when it comes to 2026. You guys will not be taking back the House, you will not be taking back the Senate, and come 2028, you will not be taking back the White House. Not until your worldview changes. Your political view must change. Woke, I know it's hard for some of you guys to hear it, woke is done. It was a failed experiment. It failed miserably. What you guys need to get back to, and you know, I really want to stress the words back to because you guys were there once upon a time. You must get back to normalcy. You must get back to regular life. There's nothing wrong with some diversity in your life. There's nothing wrong with you guys doing your whole usual business about, you know, your virtual signaling and being empathetic. You guys can still do all that type of stuff. There's nothing wrong with any of that. But you're not going to infect the whole country with woke like you guys just did. As long as you guys keep trying to push woke, which your Democrat parties, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to double down on it. You guys are never going to get back into the White House. And it's for the good of the country. A country cannot survive in the direction that it was being brought in. If Kamala Harris had won the election By 2028, the United States of America would have been a massive joke. It would have had no security. By 2028, you guys would no longer, you regular citizens out there, you guys would no longer be claiming how we need immigration, that diversity is our greatest strength. You would see it by 2028, believe me. Trump is doing exactly what he's promised to do. And one thing you'll notice about Donald Trump compared to any of your elected officials, compared to any of your leaders, date back to the 1980s when you can get him speaking about politics. His views have not changed. He's been an open book back then. He was explaining the exact problems back then that were happening now and what he would do to change it. And that's what he's coming to do decades later. He's come to make your country great again. And if you don't have that same view, then you don't have a view of normalcy. You do not have a view of common sense. It doesn't mean if you guys agree with some of his policies that all of a sudden, hey, should I put on a red hat? That's not what it means. That's not at all what MAGA means. MAGA's not a cult. MAGA's not pro-Trump. MAGA is a whole different movement. It's people that want to have tradition brought back. And it doesn't mean, hey, white supremacy. I know that's right away what went in the back of your minds. That's not what it means at all. It means to bring back normalcy. It means to bring back your streets being safe again. It means to get those borders closed up and keep them closed. And in all honesty, to every liberal out there that may come across this video, if you could not get on board with that, making your country great again, take Donald Trump out of that equation, just literally what the 4 words mean. If you cannot get on board with that, perhaps you are in the wrong country. Perhaps you should maybe look into venturing off somewhere else in the world. But that's just the reality of what it comes down to. The majority of your citizens, the vast majority of them, want normalcy and common sense back. All right, guys, that is it for this video. If you guys are not subscribed to the channel as of yet, please consider doing so. If not, if you can like the video, share the video, pass it around, interact with it one way or another, that'll be greatly appreciated. And until the next time, have a good one, guys.
Holy shit, Donald Trump just dropped a bombshell. If you think the Democrats were pissed over the redistricting of Texas, just wait until they start to find out about this. At 4 a.m. this morning, Donald Trump posted on Truth Social. His post said that they are currently working on redoing the United States Census. And under new rules, illegal immigrants will not be counted in that census. This means that Democrats could potentially lose up to 30 seats. And here's why. For those of you that don't know how it works, I'm going to break it down as quick as I can, while at the same time keeping it extremely simple. You know that census letter you got in the mail? You probably threw it away. It asks you how many people are in your household. When you fill that out, they use that data to determine how many people live in each area. And then each area gets a certain number of Congress people. The more people that live in an area, the more congressional seats there are. So when the Democrats rushed all these illegal immigrants to their sanctuary cities, they increased the number of people that live there, increasing their number of seats. But if all the illegal immigrants were removed, then the number of people that live there would massively decrease, decreasing their number of seats. Each one of these areas is known as a district, and obviously some districts have way more people than other districts. For example, districts that have cities within them have way more people than districts out in the farmlands. Gerrymandering is when you take a district that already exists and you redraw the line so that it includes another city, increasing the number of seats in that district. Places like Massachusetts have already redistricted in favor of the Democrats to the point where there are no Republican seats. But in Texas, if the Republicans were to redistrict, they could eliminate 5 Democrat seats. That's why the Texas Democrats are fighting back and hiding in Illinois as we speak. But if Donald Trump were to eliminate all illegal immigrants from the census, gerrymandering wouldn't be needed for Democrats to lose those seats. But based on the data, the Democrats have actually gained about 30 seats for packing illegal immigrants into their Democrat districts and then doing a census right after. I'll keep you guys updated as we know more. Make sure you drop that follow because shit's getting good.